Welcome to Social Calibration, the channel dedicated to unveiling the invisible war occurring in the world right now. I go by GW, but first things first, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be socially calibrated.
Your particular assignment is G14 classified.
How are you all doing today? Today's content consists of an individual named Howard Stanton LaVey, better known as Anton LaVey, who's an author, musician, and an occultist. And there's a trend here, of course, with the occult. He was born April 11th, 1930 in Chicago. His early life was somewhat of a mystery because he was known as a liar. Allegedly, he quit high school and joined the circus. In his younger years, he worked as a psychic and a nightclub organist. When I heard the word organist, I was wondering what nightclub has an organist. That's Have you ever heard of a nightclub with an organist?
No, I have not.
Wow, that's pretty evil. I mean, that's got to be the stepping stone to becoming evil. Just those two things combined. I'm sorry.
Club Dracula.
At this time, he was getting into the occult and gaining popularity in San Francisco as a mysterious figure who rejected Christianity. In 1966, he founded the Church of Satan and was the high priest. So you basically have him creating his own church, the Church of Satan, and it's run like a regular church, like tithes, offerings. I hope there wasn't a children program there because I'm sorry, I did not mean to do that. But 3 years later, he published the Satanic Bible, which was, of course, satanic literature, which consisted of rituals and empowering yourself. But before I start to get more into the empowering yourself, I heard some things that he had talked about where he basically stated that Satanism isn't really worshiping Satan, it's empowering yourself and being free to do what you want to do. But what doesn't make any sense about that is how you can dress like the devil but not believe in the devil. Anton LaVey doesn't believe in an entity as the devil, but more of worshiping yourself and the empowerment of yourself and being able to live and do whatever you want to do. So it doesn't have anything, in his words, to do with Satan, and he doesn't even believe in it. But the kicker here is that
Classified.
what is he wearing right there? Well, I don't understand that. That doesn't make any sense to me, because if you don't, then why do you dress like that? Which brings me into what the focal point of this episode is the symbolism, and the way symbolism is just thought to be some type of trendy, stylish type deal, and people don't really realize that when people like Anton LaVey come and testify and give their testimonies to individuals, they're under the belief that, oh, this is empowering yourself, this is not worshiping this entity or wherever it came from. So people are misled. They start doing this and they're thinking it's just, oh, this is for fun and I'm empowering myself, when really you are worshiping Satan. You are. Why would this guy dress like this? That don't make any sense. So you don't believe in Satan, but you have the Baphomet, the all-seeing eye, also the pentagram. And I see kids nowadays wearing this. Like, do you know what that is? Do you know that invokes evil? And you're just walking around like, oh yeah, it's cool. But let me tell you, these symbols really do have power, or these people wouldn't use these symbols. So it obviously means something to them. But that's what I wanted to really get into, how people can easily slip into this occult lifestyle by thinking that it's something to empower yourself or become better or be able to achieve things that you couldn't achieve, which doesn't make any sense. Off the muscle, they're lying to you. They're telling you this is not what it is, but this is what it is, which is confusing. But I just had to make that known, because how could you Well, I can't really say that, because if you look at cults and some of the people that follow, they probably just want to belong to a certain group and be a part of something. No matter what it is, even though it's absolutely wrong, they still want to just be a part of it. And, that's how they get sucked into this type of stuff. And they get sucked in too deep with a person like Anton LaVey, who is a strange looking character. And I could see people seeing him as like, oh, well, who's this? And wanting to know who he is, and then get sucked into all of that. But one of the crazier things is this picture right here. Yeah. Colonel Aquino, Sammy Davis Jr., and Anton LaVey. Who would have ever thunk? So now you can kind of see where it was about the theatrics, because he was more focused on movie stars and things of that magnitude and having fun, where Michael Aquino was like, we're gonna do real ritual sacrifices, we're really gonna drink blood, we're not gonna be on the rated G, satanic occultism. We're in the woods, in hidden areas, grotto leaders, or like the leader of the occult. Another thing that I wanted to get into also was the fact that these individuals, and by individuals I mean Michael Aquino, Anton LaVey, Aleister Crowley, and Jack Parsons, were running in pretty much the same circles, just not directly, if they didn't directly interact with each other. So you have these prolific occult members who all pretty much know each other, releasing or opening portals, releasing who knows what out of there, and they have like a hatred amongst each other, basically practice the same rituals. But Jack Parsons was probably the most, what's the word I'm looking for? Successful, if you want to count that as successful. Also with Anton LaVey, the fact that he was dealing with people that were in Hollywood. These individuals were in Hollywood and involved in his church, and they are some of the biggest entertainers of all time. At that time frame, the 60s and the 70s. Could you imagine how big that this is now, as far as the future and what they're doing now, and how hidden it is, and what's really going on in the world today? And they were kind of the catalyst for it all, getting it all started. And we all know what's going on in Hollywood now. I'm not gonna say it, but if you want me to, write in the comments and I'll make some. But we all know what's occurring in Hollywood nowadays, and it seems to have stemmed from then. Because if you look at the individuals that he was involved with, there are people in Hollywood that have this belief system, and to this day still they're using symbolism like there's no tomorrow. The Baphomet, like I said, the pentagrams, the all-seeing eye, and they're doing the hand gestures. It stemmed from that, and it's been going on, and it's just gotten worse. But now the way Hollywood is run, it's more secretive, and it's out there to be known if you want to know it. But most people aren't really familiar with what's going on, because these people have all the money in the world. They get bored. Then what do I do next? I have all the money. I can go buy anything I want to do. I can go do anything you want to do. Oh, I want to kill someone. That's what it comes to, basically, when you have that much money and you're not productive or doing something productive. So the practitioners of what these individuals started that are in Hollywood now, basically picked up from where they stopped, kept going with it. They actually worship these individuals, Anton LaVey, Jack Parsons, not really so much Michael Aquino, but for surely Aleister Crowley. I'm not gonna name any names, but let it speak for itself. But with that being said, we see where it started, where it's going, and today where it's heading, with the whispers of people doing nefarious things in Hollywood, and now everybody's hearing it. With social media, there is no way you can hide felonious activities unless everybody from the highest point of the government to the lowest is involved. Once that dynamic changes and people start to find out what these people are really doing, it's gonna be a no-go. It's gonna be a no-go. Basically, the awakening is occurring. It's a scary thing that your favorite star or celebrity or perhaps even a basketball player is participating in this stuff. We follow them wholeheartedly, and I've made the same mistake myself. That's basically what I wanted to touch bases on today, is just the occultism and Anton LaVey starting a church and basically making this more acceptable for society. Like, that's normal. This is the norm. Oh yeah, we have a Black Sabbath or whatever they're dealing with, or oh yeah, this is what we do. We conjure spirits and hold seances. That is not normal. And I just wanted people out there to know that that's not normal. And that's the invisible war. That's one of the focal points of it. Where you have people that you love to look at every day on TV, or you like to watch them play basketball or whatever sport you like or like to partake in. They're involved in it, and people don't even see it. And they'll follow whatever they do. They'll wear, if your favorite person put a pentagram on and you had no real understanding of what symbolism was, you probably wouldn't be too long before you're wearing one. But that's what I wanted to touch bases on. I invite you to tune in next week, where the content will be about Aleister Crowley, the Beast. Don't forget, like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be socially calibrated.
Your particular assignment is G14 classified. Classified.